Sunday sharp do 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 do. Sunday sharp do 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 do. Sunday sharp do 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 do. Arr. Hello, 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 hello. Greetings, salutation, welcome to nobody. Oh, Sam was here early. Something's wrong. Sharpe never sends out a notification for a live stream. Who are you and what have you done with our wiki? I misjudged the time. That's all it was. I thought it was 5:30 when it was in fact 4:30. So that's where things went wrong. But, these things do happen occasionally. I make more than enough mistakes, so get used to it. The older I get, the worse I get. Too many head injuries over the years, I guess. Anyway, still nobody here. Actually, I shall take advantage of there not being anybody here. And I should go grab my backy thing, because I just realised I left it downstairs. Back in a moment. There we go. Can't have a stream without any schmirky schmirks. Oh. So yes, it's been another week. A week back at work. Another week of being deaf, which is always fun. It's fine until you get a very softly spoken customer and people are being noisy around you, and then you can't hear what they're saying. But it also worked out well because I haven't been able to hear Pippa barking quite so much this week. Also got a colleague who's recently back from having some time off, injured. So I got to basically blank them out as well. So that was good. But we have hearing back again. Lots of eardrops, and then I decided, F it, I'm going to syringe my own ears, and it worked. Surprisingly. I just used one of the pipettes I use for my paint. When I'm painting, building figures, models, using the airbrush, that kind of stuff. I use that and got some very nasty large lumps of wax out of my ears. Feels a lot better for it. The ringing is still there, but now I can at least hear things. I don't have to have the TV on at a monstrously high volume level just to be able to hear it. Although it does mean I will be able to hear the radio at work again. Whatever random awful radio station someone decides to put on. No, it plays good music. No, it doesn't. It's bloody awful. Yeah, but it's all the classics. No, it's not classics. It's cheesy dance and pop music. Oh well, here we are. Such is life. Mustn't grumble too much. At least I get to come up, sit in my cave and zen out. Either doing one day painting, or which is what I've mostly done this week, or some figure painting. Aha, we have peoples here. Say hello, peoples. Let me know who's here. Let's see who's got nothing better to do on a Sunday evening. Getting rid of DP with the dog. Hello, Debs. Hello, Sammy. How you doing, both? Hope both are well and wondrous. As I'm trying not to go doolally with the amount of black drills on this diamond painting. It's yeah, a lot of black. Oh, there were enough to fill that shot glass twice. Get ready to get your head on the pillow. You got tidies on, have you, Debs? Bit worn out. Caffeine is the answer. He says as he takes a swig of some highly caffeinated sugary drink. Not not that I need more caffeine, but you know, never have too much. Well, that's a lie. You can. Been there, done that. When you have far too much caffeine and your heart starts doing weird things. Drink coffee morning till night doesn't affect you. Ah, you're like me. Got such a severe caffeine addiction that it's if you don't have the caffeine that you struggle to sleep. 68 degrees and beautiful today. So nice. We've had triple digit weeks and that's nice. Yeah, it's oh pardon me. Yeah, it's mid-20s here, whatever that is in if don't have it, I get headaches. Yes, the true sign of a caffeine addiction. Having kicked it once myself, yes, I had a migraine for 2 weeks. Yeah, it was nice earlier in the week, but back into the week it's come out all warm and sunny and dry again. I preferred it when it was dark and cloudy and rainy and cool. But although the other fun thing about being deaf for the week, or 2 weeks, was I couldn't hear it raining. So it was always a surprise to me when I looked outside and it was obviously been heavy rain because it was covered in puddles. Like, oh, apparently we even had a thunderstorm and I completely missed it. Which is annoying because I love thunderstorms. I'll get in there. Yeah, the old no caffeine headaches aren't fun. And the problem I had was because I was trying to quit caffeine at the time. I did manage it, and then I decided I liked caffeine too much, so I went back to it. Um, was that most painkillers like paracetamol and what have you tend to have caffeine in them. Yeah, not very helpful when you're trying to quit caffeine and all the painkillers have got the. It'd be like trying to quit opioids, go into hospital for something, they pump you full of morphine. Well, I think we can make an exception for being hospitalised and needing morphine for being on opioids. That's a legit reason, I think. Well, there she is, Pippa having a bark. It was only a two bark, so that must mean that she was asleep and noticed someone walking past just as they'd gone past. Which is ridiculous that she thinks she's a guard dog. She's a little Lhasa thing. You know, her teeth are wonky at the best of time and they're tiny. And her mouth is tiny. I don't think she could actually bite someone unless you physically gave her your hand to bite. She probably just want fusses and lick it to death. And she still barks at me when I go in. Dollar Tree, you can buy quick release, Dextro, and Horfin, no Tylenol or Benadryl. Well, we don't do Tylenol in the UK. Benadryl is just an antihistamine, so yeah, I wouldn't buy the name brand version anyway. I'd buy the off brand for about a fifth of the price, at least. Yeah, we tend to go paracetamol and ibuprofen, and then cetirizine hydrochloride or loratadine for the antihistamines. And the reason we have the two types is because some people will react badly to one or the other. I actually know someone who is allergic to one of them. Bless her little cotton socks. She developed hay fever, so mum got her some tablets, and then she had an allergic reaction to the tablets. Thankfully, I had the other flavour, so yeah. Yeah, thankfully, it's fairly easy for me to try and avoid the things I'm allergic to. Seaweed, well, stay away from the sea, and I'm not going to come in contact with a bladderwrack. And wasps, well, just try not to get stung. Yeah, acetaminophen. Yeah, it's just different names for it. And aspirin is just willow tree extract. salicylic acid, which, funny enough, comes from the salix, or the willow tree. Take loratadine. Yeah, I tend to go one box of one and then one box of the other, so that my body doesn't get too used to one or the other. And I find they both still work quite well. So I've done it while I was taking the same ones for months on end because of hay fever. And yeah, they stopped working after a few months. And then I switched brand and it was like, or switched type, and it was like, oh, they work again. That's when I figured out the difference. So now I buy by active ingredient. Naproxen, yes, you can, but that's a prescription from the doctor. And usually best avoided because it's not a particularly pleasant one, is it? It's one that's addictive. Well, it's something like that. When they say it's addictive, I do wonder, is the pill itself or the drug itself addictive, or is the not being in pain anymore addictive? I've known people with long-term issues and they've been on naproxen for years, and doctors are, oh, we need to change it because of blah blah blah. No, it works. They switch out to a different painkiller or anti-inflammatory, and it works. And they've not had any issues like come down or anything. So what do I know? I just sit here and stick little bits of plastic onto a canvas. Or sell people plumbing fittings or all the other random stuff I do. Certainly not a doctor. I wouldn't take my medical advice. Yeah. Well, I mean, I do have quite a bit of knowledge, but that's mainly because I've injured myself multiple times and done all the stuffs. Yeah. I'm that guy who goes for a nap when he's got concussions and things like that. Yes. So, what have people been up to this weekend then, or this week? Anything spectacular or interesting? Or just the usual work and chores type stuff? Yeah, it was a bit of a cluster at work. Use your chores and rest. Don't blame you. There's, I was so had a week's holiday last week. Made sure I double, triple checked the rotor so I knew what I was when I was in this week before I left. Turned up Monday. What are you doing here? I'm working. No, you're not. I am according to the rotor I had. Look crazy at the moment. Oh, I bet. Yeah, it's unfortunately that time of year. And yeah, so we've been fairly busy, but it was pretty quiet last week. Then kids back to school, so everyone's back to work and what have you, or run out of money, one or the other. I guess all the people that are off with the kids didn't have to be off with the kids anymore, so they didn't keep finding themselves DIY jobs to do at home. Or the kids weren't breaking stuff anymore, one or the other. Oh, these already. Oh, no, there's a couple more up the top. And two. And another one. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, pardon me. Definitely get windy around here. We've got someone else turned up. Who we got lurking? Keys, that's them, isn't it? Ugh. Yeah, there's a few. So other than work, trying to make an early-ish start on preparations and stuff for Mary's birthday and Christmas because it's a big one this year. I won't say. But yeah. I want to buy her lots of nice things, but she doesn't appear to actually want anything. I keep asking her, what does she want? And she comes back with things like gardening gloves. Right. Oh well. I'm sure I'll work something out. Or some things out. I'm working on a pile. Yeah, so work messed. I say messed up. They changed the rotor while I weren't there, and didn't think to actually tell me they'd changed the rotor. But it worked out well because they changed the rotor and they'd messed it up. So me turning up when I did was actually good. And it meant I just split that shift between 2 days rather than do it all at once, which is always a bonus if you ask me. Right, C is, oh god, get out of the way, glare. 10, 814. Is it that one? Yes. Did I have anything delivered this week? Don't think so. Or did I? Yeah, nothing to note anyway. Got several deliveries on the way for probably this week though, so fingers crossed some of those turn up. No, these aren't ones, these are C's. Ooh, come on, out you get. There we go. Mostly diamond paintings, I think. And mostly all customs. There's a figure. One diamond painting of Christopher Lee as Dracula, obviously. And I saw that and thought, yep, got to have that one. Custom paint by numbers. I say custom is literally you upload the photo, they make the diamond painting or the jigsaw or the paint by numbers or whatever from it. I'm not a jigsaw person though, never have been. Even as a kid, I wasn't a fan of jigsaws. It was because you'd sit there for hours, you'd put together your jigsaw of HMS Hermes or whatever, and then you're like, well, what do I do now? It's on the kitchen table. Well, now I've got to break it all back up again and put it back in the box. It all kind of seemed a bit pointless to me. Yeah, let's go with some 7s, I reckon. Nope. New suit getting delivered. No one. Going anywhere fun? With your new suity case? I'm going to guess somewhere hot and sunny. Off to Turkey for 10 nights. Oh, you naughty, naughty girl. Just as long as you're not lounging around in the Dardanelles in your bikini. Or floating down the Bosphorus. Yeah. Just whatever you do, make sure you have some proper Turkish delight. Not the Fry's Turkish delight, that nasty, horrible chocolate bar that's got nothing. Oh. Turkish delight is nice. Fry's Turkish delight is horrible. It's just pinkish red goo inside dark chocolate. Peace and quiet. Get my yearly haircut. Yearly haircut? Oh dear. The wrong time of year to be getting your yearly haircut, Debs. Just as the weather's about to start getting colder. That's the sort of thing I'd do, or have done in the past. I've done it before. I've gone into the hairdressers, bright sunny day, weather forecast not saying anything bad. Half hour, whatever later, come out the hairdressers and it's bloody snowing, and my head gets cold. Only me, I guess, but yeah, it tends to be what happens. That or they spend ages sort of zhuzhing it up and making like this, putting all sorts of gunk in it, and no, really, don't bother. You don't need to. They spend ages styling it just right, and then I get up and jam a baseball cap back on and crush it all back down again. You can see the disappointment in their face, and you're like, "Well, I told you not to bother." What do you do whenever you get a haircut, especially as a guy when there's been clippers involved? First thing you do is you get home and you wash your hair, or you get in the bath or the shower to get all the little bits of hair off that are going to be driving you crazy for the rest of the day, or you're going to find in your bed later that night and they're going to make you itch. So why they bother putting a bunch of gunk in your hair, I don't know, because the first thing you do is wash it out. I suppose they've got to do something to justify the price these days. Yes, I am grumbling about the price of haircuts. Not that I've had one for a while, but the last time I did was expensive enough. It wasn't like I had anything special. That's why you get it cut in Turkey. With Turkish barbers. Yeah, so as long as they don't try setting fire to your ears, you're okay. Well, I think that's just something they do for men, because our ears get furry at a certain age. Mine certainly have, which is probably why I've had the problem with the wax. Because my ears are too furry and the old wax can't escape. Yeah, it's if a barber comes towards me with a naked flame, I'm going, no, no need for any of that. Or if they try sticking a piece of wax paper in my ear and then claiming that it's going to draw the wax out of my ears. No, it's not. The dirt and the muck on that piece of paper afterwards is not the wax from your ears, it's the dirt and the muck from the piece of paper being burnt. And any wax that's on it, well, that was either right at the edge of your ear and about to fall out anyway, or they used waxed paper. But yeah. Just give me the damn haircut and yeah, it's like when you go into the dentist. Yeah, I've got a crack in my tooth that needs filling. Okay. Here we're going to do all this other stuff. Yeah, I don't need any of that done. Oh no, we have to do it anyway. Are you going to charge me for it? Yes. So you can charge me for something I didn't ask for and don't want? Yes. Right. And then you're going to make me come back because you're not actually going to fix the problem that I came in to have fixed. No. Right. And then if I don't come in for a year, you're going to take me off of your books. You'll claim it's because you thought I moved away or whatever. And what it is it means you're not making money off of me. G'day, Delhi. How are you, me darling? Mwah. Huggles and smoochies. A couple more. Yeah, it's escaping. So I'm in a bit of a ranty, grumbly kind of mood today. So you know how it is. Set the world to rights. Point out all the problems and how to fix them. First one, hang Donald Trump. And leave his corpse in a gibbet somewhere. Dark, I know, but and while we're at it, do the same with Nigel Farage. Or Trump Light, as I call him. Or Oswald Mosley wannabe. That is what he is, let's be honest. But yeah, enough politics. We've got something more fun to talk about. Because otherwise I'll just rant about random stuff for the rest of the stream. Well, I did actually see something this week that even I thought was wrong for sale. We all know the Mona Lisa, and we all know there are various joke versions of it. Mona Lisa with her boobs out and smoking a joint and whatever. I even saw one with Rick Mayall's face on it. There's one where they did a version and they gave it a Down syndrome girl's face. Nothing against Down syndrome people. That's not the problem here. The fact that they were doing it and then selling it. And this is the same site that won't sell something that shows nipple. Which of those is the bigger problem there to you? Making a joke about Down syndrome people or natural body parts portrayed in a non-pornographic manner? Yeah. So I did what any good grumpy old man would do and reported it, only to be greeted with, we thank you for your report, but we don't see any problem with this. Okay, I won't be buying anything from you again then. Yeah. Three is the magic number. There we go. Oh, pardon me. Oh, juicy. What else have we got? Yeah, so there's the thing with work. Done that. And with Mary. Ah, yes. Well, Mary and I went out today so I could get a few bits from the range. The store named the range, not the shooting range or anything like that. I don't know why I felt the need to reiterate or iterate that. Yeah, all the Christmas tats in already. Pallets upon pallet. I think they had like 7 or 8 aisles just of Christmas tat, by which I mean like decorations and just all the rubbish that you don't actually need. Seriously, already? Like, kids have only just gone back to school, for crying out loud. At least get Halloween and bonfire night out of the way. And the thing is, it'll be the same people that go in every year and buy a whole load of new tat because this is what such and such magazine or celebrity says is fashionable this year and is the must have. Yeah, and no one cares. Much like no one probably cares about my opinion, but it's my channel, I can voice my opinion. How the hell did I miss that one? Oh well, yeah. Yeah, just Sharpie being a grumpy old bugger again, basically. And apparently I'm getting really good at missing drills. So next is H, which is them ones. Yeah, so most of the other colours in this, so 2 grams, 3 grams, 5 grams, 4 grams. Yeah. Black, 45 grams. Oh dear. Well, this is one of the first custom ones that I ordered, so I've figured out how to do it a bit better these days. You know, try and crop out as much background as you can, keep it as quiet as you can, so not too much going on. And make the person or whatever is meant to be the central focal point as big as possible. So yeah, playing about with the basic photo editing software on the phone or tablet. Although this is ostensibly a 40 by 30, so it should be 4 by 3, right? Or 3 by 4, whichever way you want to put it. It's actually a 35 by 25, which means if you have your picture at 4 by 3, it takes a little bit of adjusting to get it to fit right. That's the easiest way so far, rather than try and judge it freehand. Right, so more 5s. Which is the grey. Where'd the grey go? There. 3 more of them. Yeah. Did it happen this? Was it this week? It happened. I think so. Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, Bert is no more. Bert the happy carer is no more. He finally succumbed, bless him, to whatever was wrong with him. He fought bloody hard and bloody long, but in the end, it got him. Poor boy. Thankfully, it doesn't look like Ernie is pining, so, or not too much anyway. Been a bit quiet, but so yeah, that happened. So it wasn't a shock or a surprise as such. It was more a case of when am I going to go in and find him. So yes, down to 1 happy carer now. Let's see, which is 10. That one. We'll seal that back up. Yeah, so I'm going to be, at some point probably grab myself another couple of happy caras. Maybe grab a trio of juveniles and hope that the Limia don't go and attack them. That's what Limia seems to like to do, is attack cichlids. It's kind of crazy for a live bearer, but yeah. Well, I say attack, they sort of keep pecking them and won't let them rest. I guess it's probably trying to chase them off so their young don't get predated, but let's be honest, I'm not sure of Limia. Oh, don't stick. There we go. Right, so that's that bit done. Now we spin her around. And we're going to do, shall we start on this side or shall we do some painting? Let's make a start. We'll do a bit of painting in a moment. Right, so how far is 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is there. Yeah, that's far enough. Yeah. What else have I can whinge about? Not really a huge amount, to be honest. So, being a work week, I try not to do anything too exciting or interesting. Well, I try not to do anything too exciting or interesting at the best of times, but especially not when I've got to go to work. Somewhere around there. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I can deal with that excitement in my life. Thank you very much. I like things steady and mundane. Yeah, I think we're definitely having some kind of Indian summer because it's bloody warm up here. Is there anything interesting I've found out this week? Yeah. Apparently, the shape of a champagne glass, or the sort of more flat bowl-shaped ones, is that for champagne? Can't remember, but that glass um, is based apparently on the shape of Joan of Arc's breastplate, specifically the cups. Random factoid. So next time you hear someone complaining about boob armor and how it's not real, you say, well, actually, yeah, they didn't have sports bras back then. Let's follow that row along until we come to a black one. There we go. Yeah. Oh, so water changes tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get all of them done. And then with a bit of luck, I might get this diamond painting finished as well. I'm not saying I want to get it finished and out of the way, but you know, find something with hopefully a tad less black in it. Although knowing what is in my portfolio of diamond paintings, most of them have got a lot of black in them. Yeah, it's definitely won't be doing that 40 by 70 with the skull, the roses, and the all black background. I know it's in rounds, so it's a lot easier to do, but oh, I did actually find today that in the range they do sell frames big enough or the right size for a 40 by 70. And they're not ridiculously expensive either. And they're not cheap, but yeah, let's get all the darks done. Oh, actually, no, we're at 7 o'clock. So what I'll do is I will put Flory to one side, and I will. Oh, yeah, she can go down there. Grab a. Oh, yeah. Don't leave cutting mats leaning up against stuff. Imbecile Sharpe. Thankfully, that's my one for working on with paper models. Because I have the one for paper models or card models, and I keep that one clean. For obvious reasons. You don't want to be getting dirt all over your cardboard model. Odd colour paint splats and stuff like that. Just going to go grab some more brush cleaning water because that has mostly evaporated and it looks nasty. That'll do, dog. That'll do. Oh, pardon me. Right, so let's have a look at. Let's get her in shot, Athena. Let's figure out what we're going to do next. Figure out why that's going weird. So we've got metal armour on her shoulder and a bit down the middle of her belly. Sandals, hair, random leather strap around her thigh. There is a bit of blue I've missed. There's quite a lot of blue I've missed. We'll do that, I think. This is Vallejo game color turquoise Halcon Millenario. To be fair, that was a lot of turquoise we painting all at once, so I'm not surprised I missed a few bits. Bit of water in the brush. Mop the excess with a bit of paper towel. Get it out of shot. So yes. Yeah. What else? So what is next on the bench? I don't actually know what I'm going to be doing next. Diamond painting wise, or paint by numbers wise, or card mod. Probably be a diamond painting. Might be a paint by numbers. Oh, great. And then you slip and you get the turquoise on the flesh, which is a nightmare cover. Oh well. Teach me to try and do two things at once, really, won't it? Especially using such a huge brush. For me, anyway, was this a size 1, which for me is bloody big. I'm far more used to using zeros, double, triple, quintuple zeros. I think I've even got some 20 zeros around here somewhere. But when I'm painting really, really fine detail, but yeah, that's actually more awkward than anything. I find brushes that small hold that little paint that it tends to dry before you can get it on the model. Especially if it's a bit warm. And another big old black of blue on the skin. Yay! Oh well. I think I did miss a bit down here as well, didn't I? Yep. And another one of the up or downsides of 3D printed models is you can get all sorts of super recessed damage. It is all, or damage, detail is all but impossible to paint. You can get the base paint on it, and maybe, if you're lucky, you can get a wash on it, but you ain't going to be blending, highlighting, or anything. All right, so let's get, is the model white still working? Sounds like paint. Safely say the flesh colour is not going to cover that turquoise. However, the white may well do. Or at least tone it back enough that the flesh colour then can cover it. Oh, peeps, talk to me. I'm feeling lonely. Anywhere else I've gone over? Oh, yeah. Believe it or not, I made her dress cover more than it should. While we'll wait for that to dry, we'll follow best practice and we'll actually wash the brush in the water and dry it on that. And what colour shall we start out with for blonde hair? Have we got anything suitable on that stand? Probably not. Over here, desert yellow might work, or dunkelgelb. Warning, your connection is unstable. No, it's not. My connection is about the most stable thing around here. While these stuck together, there we go. Seems to be fairly well mixed. Yeah, that'll be an okay base for a blonde hair. Is that like cornrows? Yeah, it's a braid. Is that stuck on you? Worry about that in a moment. And much like any of the things I do on my channel, this isn't necessarily the right way or the way to do any of these things. It's just the way I do them. What I find works for me may not work for everyone. It's all gone very quiet in the chat, I must say. Right. So, which video should I upload this week? Not actually sure. What I've got? I've got a I suppose technically an unboxing, but just more diamond paintings to show. Short video from the garden. I think there's another one as well. Oh, how I start a diamond painting, what steps I take, all that kind of stuff. If anyone's got any preferences for what they'd rather, let me know, and I might remember and do it. I might still forget and say sod it, of course. There is always that option. Right. There's still some stuck. Don't know what on earth it is. Might be diamond painting wax. I think I've got rid of it all now. Just trying to think if there's anything that I've watched that was exceptionally interesting this week. I think mostly I've been watching endurance races because don't really need to be able to hear that all that closely. Yes, Pippa, I hear you. Yes, Dad's gone down the pub. And you think you're guarding the house against someone who's likely just walked past, who's minding their own business. It's probably some. I think it's probably someone she recognises as well. That's more of the human. I'm here. I'm alone. I need you to come and fuss me. Kind of bark. Rather than get off my land. Kind of bark. Yeah, kind of getting there. I'll do for base coat anyway. Now the white is dry, so we can redo the flesh tone. Where I effed up. Actually, I really do quite like that colour as a hair colour. It all depends what I end up shading it and highlighting it with, but alright, that paint doesn't want to stand up. That's that. Now the bits to be a bit more careful with. There's a bit down there as well. Right, do there. Now we need to find a leathery kind of colour. Try not to reach in front of the camera. What we got? We got. That looks suspicious like it might be snakebite leather. It is. Very, very old Games Workshop paints. And I'll grab a smaller brush as well. What we've got in there that's of a suitable size. Too big, too big, too big, too big, too big. What's that? Oh, that looks like it might be about right. What's that? 000. No, come on, lid. Off you come. I know you've split. There we go. So some of these paints are like literally from the mid-90s. The fact that they haven't set solid yet is an absolute miracle. So what's more likely to happen is the bloody plastic pots are going to biodegrade before the paint goes off. We've still got two people here. Have you both fallen asleep? Is that what it is? Is it that Deb's has fallen asleep and Sam's just got me in his back pocket? Or Sam's got me in his back pocket and Adele's fallen asleep? Yeah. So if anyone is just listening, at the moment I am currently just attempting to paint the straps on Athena's sandals. Which are surprisingly intricate. Detail is there, it's just a little bit soft in places, so I had to make it up a bit as you go. When it comes time to paint buckles and stuff, they'll be real fun. Hey ho. Yep, yeah, there's the random strap around the thigh too. And then I'll have a quick break and a schmuck. The neater we are at this stage of painting, the easier the others get, in theory. There we go. There's a chokery type thing. Well, I think we'll probably best do that in gold. You know, goddess, as it were. Being ancient Greco-Roman, depending on which side you want to take. That means any armory bits are going to be bronze. Tinny tin, steel, gold, gunmetal, metallic black, steel, chrome, aluminium, silver. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, Warplock bronze, there we go. That'll do for that. Yeah. Well, days are certainly getting shorter now, that's for certain. That's for sure, I should say. Doubling up on a certain in a phrase is probably a bad thing. Grammatically, well, it is. Only a couple of months ago, it was getting light at what, 3:45, 3:30, 4:45 in the morning, and then not getting dark until 10:15 or 11:45, 11 o'clock at night. Well, yeah, 10:30, 11:45. And now it's not getting light until about 6 in the morning, and it's getting dark by 8. And we've still got October, November, December. Yeah, still got 3 months of it getting shorter. Yep, it'll be it's not getting light until like 7:30 in the morning, and it's getting dark by 3:30. But if we didn't change the clocks, it'd be getting dark at 2:30 in the afternoon, which would be scary early. And that's the reason they say we still do the changing of the clocks. You can't have children going home in the dark. Let's be honest, the vast majority of them don't walk or cycle. And then there's always some kind of after-school activity they're doing. Or after-school homework club or whatever. I mean, I guess there must be the amount I see wandering around at well gone 4 or 5 o'clock, and they're still got a school uniform on. Oh, that's why Pip's gone quiet. She's being taken for a walk. I say taken for a walk. Jim's gone for a walk and taken Pippa with him. He's not got a lead on her, which I won't do. Because if she decides she's going to dart out into the road like she does and gets run over, well, if it happens and it's him, that's on him. Because she's his dog. But as the dog walker, yeah, I'm not taking that risk. And I know she does just randomly veer. It's like, oh, I need to be over there and sniff something over there. And yeah, she's thick as muck. Hey ho. So yes. Oh, slowly creeping up on the 2,000 subscriber mark. So if anyone's watching and you're not subscribed, hit the button. Not that actually means anything at the end of the day to hit 2,000. It's just a number. Yeah, it'd be nice though. It's when you realise that there are channels you watch that have been going for probably about the same amount of time and they've got multiple millions of subscribers. And you go, yeah, but they're doing things that more people are interested in. And they're doing editing and planning videos and all this kind of stuff. Actually, while I'm sitting here, let's have a look through the book. Let's see what Diamondo painting I might do next. I'm in the mood, I think, for some confetti. There's not a lot of black in that one. 3 colours. That might be quite cool to do. Oh, there's a Grim Reaper. Dark and foreboding haunted house. Leopard with an all black background. I'm going to leave that one for a while. Thunderstorm at night, all in black. Oh, empty page. Hummingbird drinking from a flower, lots of black. Moonlight reflecting over the sea, lots of black. Lion in the savannah, lots of black. Another leopard, even more black. Ooh. A Puho Enix. Fair bit of black in that even. Oh, gold. Has everything got loads of black in it? Yep. Probably good you can't see that one. Number 1 is black. Oh, literally just around the lace on the bra cups. Yeah, quite a bit. No, she's not a lot in that one. There's rounds. Literally 0 black in that one. This is a koi amid some lotuses and yeah. Oh. Christina Rabbit. We'll leave Peoples, I think. Horror movie villains. Little bluebirds with blue flowers. There's no black in that, but 20 by 20. Clear space, I suppose. Oh, another empty. That's 3. Edgar Allan Poe. That is a lot of black again. Pretty flower, lots of black. Another Japanese landscapey one. Crows. Oh, is there any black in that at all? No. What's an F? Dark blue. That one's for November. And that one. So, may well be Skeleton-y Grim Reaper-y, you know, there's a fair bit of black in that. Yeah, I think we might do that one next. I mean, these things are subject to change, obviously, but we'll get it in shot. Yeah, that one might be quite a good one to do. We'll pop that up. Because I don't really fancy getting into one of the big 40 by 70s or 40 by 40s or what have you quite at the moment. So, puff finished. Have a swig. And get back to painting. Not that there's a lot. I don't know why I bother shaking these, because they never actually shake. Because the paint's too thick. Yeah, this is the way I like to work when I'm doing figures. Let's get all the base colours down and then think about what to wash, shade, highlight, all that kind of stuff. I'll generally try to start with the lighter colours first. However, sometimes that just isn't the most sensible option. For example, if you're painting a character wearing armour, they're wearing a lot of armour and it's very dark, it's probably best to do the dark bits first and then the lighter bits after, because they're smaller. Rather than try to do the face and then do all the armour and stuff around it. example, when I finally get around to painting Conrad Kerrs, the face will be the very last bit I paint, I think. Mostly because it's tiny. Going on with this brush. Yeah, that's why. Literally one bristle that was considerably longer than the rest, which is why I was doing weird stuff. Also, I do find that the varifocals do mess a bit with depth perception close up. This is, while I might think I'm actually putting paint on, I'm missing. Ooh. What I think I'll do is I'll get this bronze all painted. Yes, I know this doesn't look like bronze, but again, base colour. And we'll highlight up from here. Yeah, so I'll get all this painted and then I'll call it a day. And go get something to eat. I'm bloody starving again. Right, that's that. Just the shoulder piece. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yes. Oh, come on, Sharpe, you've got better brush control than that. I do, but I also shake now where I didn't used to. So I have a wrist rest on the way. So hopefully that helps with that. It's a mouse pad. It's one of those ones with ergonomically shaped. Yeah, right. It's got two round bits at the back of it with a valley in between where you rest your wrist. I'll let you figure out what it's actually going to be, but chances are I'll end up taking a pair of scissors or a knife to it and trimming it down because it's probably going to be far too big. I don't need the actual mouse pad part. I just need the wrist rest part. Oh, yeah, that is the other good thing about getting my hearing back. Yay, I can listen to music and actually hear it properly again. Rather than just some tinny mess with echoes and the like. So yeah, I think that's what I may do. There we go. That way. And there we go. Basically, the base colours are done. Yeah, she's just got a tiny waist. And she stands on the base like that. But there we are. Anyway, that'll do me for one day, I think. So yes, I'll get something uploaded during the week, maybe even tomorrow, depending how busy and how I feel. Because with the laptop up here, I can just do something while it's uploading. Other than that, stay safe, have a good week, enjoy your hobbies, enjoy your holiday, Debs, if I don't see you beforehand. Stay safe. Peace out. Rock on. Bye bye. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Mondays suck do 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 do. Mondays suck do 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 do. Monday.